Good morning. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day. As I just started filming this, the sun started coming through my window, so I'm feeling very blessed. I'm feeling very excited for today, and I hope you guys are too. And if you're not, I hope that this devotional encourages you to maybe be excited about today. So today we're going to be doing James 5:7-12. Let's get into the study today. Excuse me, with our prayer. Lord, strengthen my ability to hear you knock. Soften my heart that I may open the door. Give me the faith to fully rely on you and the determination to fight my urge to be self-sufficient. I know life with all of you and less of me is better. May I be continuously reminded of your goodness. May I never forget to call on you and turn to your word for the guidance you have provided me. Amen. Okay, so let's read James 5:7-12. Be patient then, brothers and sisters, until the Lord's coming. See how the farmer waits for land to yield its valuable crop, patiently waiting for the autumn and spring rain. You too, be patient and stand firm, because the Lord's coming is near. Don't grumble against one another, brothers and sisters, or you will be judged. The judge is standing at the door. Brothers and sisters, as an example of patience in the face of suffering, take the prophets who spoke in the name of the Lord. As you know, we count as blessed those who have persevered. You have heard of Job's perseverance and have seen what the Lord finally brought about. The Lord is full of compassion and mercy. Above all, my brothers and sisters, do not swear, not by heaven or by earth or by anything else. All you need to say is a simple yes or no. Otherwise, you will be condemned. So I like this one too. It's pretty straightforward, right? Just talking about patience. Something that struck me as really interesting is it says, be patient until the Lord's coming. And as we know, later in the Bible, it tells us that nobody knows when the Lord's coming will be. So often when we think of patience, we think of waiting for a moment, right? So be patient until summer break starts. Or we know we're going to go on vacation, so we have to be patient until that day, right? So we're waiting for a specific moment to be patient towards. And that can make patience easy, because if I'm being patient until tomorrow, it's easy because I know when tomorrow comes, I know when tomorrow starts. But being patient for when the Lord is coming, who knows when that is? It could be tomorrow, it could be in 10 years, it could be in 1,500 years. I mean, it's probably not. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows when Jesus is going to come back. So I think that it's really interesting that the patience that James is talking about is a patience that is ingrained in how we live. It's being patient and waiting on the Lord daily. And it refers to Job. You have heard of Job's perseverance, and you have seen what the Lord finally brought about. But when you read Job, God doesn't tell Job when his suffering is going to be over at the beginning of his suffering. Job is patient and perseveres through his trials. And then the Lord brings about blessings in his life, right? So I just want to encourage you guys, if you're waiting for something, if you're trying to practice patience today, a good way of practicing patience is to start with the small things. Start with the things we know are going to end. But ultimately, being patient is waiting on things that we don't know when they're going to come. So the other thing that stood out to me is it said, don't grumble against one another. And I think that's something I was struggling with actually yesterday. And when things go wrong, we tend to grumble and blame other people for our miseries, for the things that are going wrong. Blaming others can be easier than sharing responsibility, but it can be destructive and sinful. So that's something that I'm repenting for. That yesterday I was grumbling against others, against my situation, and sometimes it's really hard not to, but we have to remember that. I think it's interesting that being patient and grumbling against others is in the same section of verses, because often being patient about something goes hand in hand with whether we're grumbling about a situation. So the last thing I wanted to highlight is in verse 12, when it says, "Above all, my brothers and sisters, do not swear, not by heaven or by earth or by anything else. All you need to say is a simple yes or no." And when I was a kid and I read this, I thought this meant I couldn't say swear words. And although it's very widely accepted that our words have a lot of weight, so when we're swearing against each other, using swear words, shouldn't do that. But what this verse is about exaggerating your yes or your no. It says, any person with a reputation for exaggeration or lying can't get anyone to believe him on his word alone, him or her. Christians should never become like that. Always be honest so that others believe your simple yes or simple no. By avoiding lies, half-truths, and omissions of truth, you can become a trustworthy person. So what it's actually talking about, this verse, is when you say yes and mean yes. When you say no and mean no. You don't have to exaggerate your yes by saying, like, I swear by heaven and earth this will happen. You don't have to do that. Just say what you mean and mean what you say. So I just want to bless you guys today. I hope this encouraged you. And so have an awesome day, and I'll see you later. Bye.